Hey friends, welcome to my channel. So today we are going to be going over a few things that I have just really been loving lately. I've got a couple new things, a couple things that I have found recently or picked up, not necessarily new things, but just a few things that have come into my life that I certainly don't want to live without anytime soon. Let's go ahead and get started. Two things I'm going to talk about together are from Proactive. The Proactive Oil Control Moisturizer SPF 30 for acne prone skin and the Proactive Deep Cleansing Face Wash. $24, $30. I picked both of these up recently because I've been dealing with a few little blackhead type things just under the skin, issues with around my chin, especially around my time of the month. So I wanted to pick up a new moisturizer anyway, try something new, but I wanted to get something with an SPF only because why not? I'm in the sun a lot more, and I didn't really want to have like two separate things that's adding to my face. So I picked up one with an SPF in it. So far so good. I have been liking it. I use about a pump and a half. I use it pretty much on the daily, in the morning, sometimes in the evening before I go to bed after I take off my makeup. I had been using more of a gel moisturizer previously, and this is obviously an SPF, so it is more of a cream moisturizer, but I like it. I haven't really had any issues. I feel very hydrated. It says daily oil control moisturizer. Honestly, I don't really notice a huge difference. My skin's not dry. It's just as oily as I'd like it to be, I guess. It's more, I mean, it feels quenched, you know. I like a quenched face. And then the Proactive Deep Cleansing Face Wash for acne prone skin. This is kind of just, I picked this up in place of a microderm scrub, basically facial scrub, and I really enjoyed it. It's a huge bottle. It's only 30 bucks for this big old bottle here. It's 6 ounces. This is 1.5 ounces, by the way. I just keep it in the shower, and I use it sometimes daily, sometimes every other day, just sometimes I forget. It has literally, it does have ingredients on the back, but I don't know, I don't see, if there's another name for like salicylic acid, I don't see it on, I mean, I don't know what it is, but I also don't see salicylic acid on here. But I do notice a huge difference in just how clean and kind of texture-free my skin has been. I've been using something else just to combat the little pimples. No, they're not really pimples. They're just like blackheads on my chin. It's a very gentle scrub, and I like that. I don't like anything that's like too much of a bead or something in the scrub, but this is a lot more gentle. It just feels like very, very fine sand amongst the cleanser. It says use twice daily, morning and night. Treat your whole face, avoiding eye area. Apply a generous amount. Massage the fingertips for 1 to 2 minutes. I would say I would probably massage for like 30 seconds because attention span. It says use twice daily, but I don't really feel like I do that. I mean, I keep it in the shower, so I don't keep it by the sink and then wash my face with it. I just use it as like a cleansing wash in the morning or after the gym when I'm taking a shower. And I love it. I used to use Proactive a long time ago when I seriously had some acne issues, or in my early 20s. I literally went to the mall kiosk and picked up the 3-step system, the toner, the cleanser, and I think the moisturizer. And it was the original like cleansing wash. I think this is a little stronger than it used to be, but it's literally the same color, almost the same texture as the one I picked up when I was like 20 years old, and it really helped clear up my skin. So a couple weeks ago I was just like, that's it. I'm going back to Proactive because it helped, and I would like my skin to be clear again. So what's the harm in trying something that worked, you know, over 10 years ago at this point? Something else that I've been using for my little blemish areas down here that I've been dealing with is the Thayers facial toner, Witch Hazel. I guess it's a scent rose petal. It's got aloe vera. It's alcohol free, by the way, so it does help keep your face from just drying out completely. Alcohol-free, paraben-free, phthalate-free, gluten-free, rose water, cleanses tones. So I just picked up this little like sample, you know, little sample area in Ulta when you're about to check out and they're trying to get you with all those little miniature goodies. They got me with this one because I looked at it in a bigger bottle and I was like, I don't really want a bigger bottle like that. And this was of course sitting up there, and I was like, I'll try it. Because I just heard such good things about Witch Hazel and this brand in particular, and I was like, what, you know, why not give it a shot? So I have been using it. It does say it's got aloe in it, but I actually have some aloe in my bathroom and spread it out on the cotton round, and then I'll just put some of this on there and just kind of pat it on my face together. So it almost gives it sort of a like a mask along my chin, and I've noticed a huge difference in the texture when I'm really good at doing this, which should be twice a day. I do it in the morning and then I'll do it at night. When I do that, I do notice a difference. If I start to skip a couple days, or I only do morning, or I only do night, I do notice that my skin is, it's not as nice. It's not as toned down. It's not as, those little bumps are just a little bit more prominent. Very interesting. I know toner is like nothing new. Probably a ton of people use, I mean, I'm sure a ton of people use it. It's a pretty popular product. If you have any pointers for like these little blackheads I have under my skin, at first I thought it started to happen back in the beginning of the year, and I first thought it was either stress or hormones or both, or just I was in a different climate at that point too when they started to pop up, a drier climate, and like my skin was just like, what is this non-humid environment that I'm in? But they haven't gone away, and I've just been kind of dealing with them the best I can. The cleanser's been helping, the toner's been helping, but they're just not completely gone, and I need them just completely out of my life. So the next thing is the Tom's no aluminum, no paraben, no artificial fragrance, Tom's 24-hour natural odor protection, long-lasting deodorant in wild lavender. I have been trying to go a more natural deodorant route. I've tried a couple things that didn't really work, stained, left white marks under my arms in the summer. I don't really want white marks under my arms because I'm usually wearing sleeveless tops, you know? So this one, I was able to open it at the store and see that it was not a white bar in there, but it's, I guess, more just like translucent. It's not a gel, but it's not a white cream either. So I don't know if you can see, it's just kind of a clear, got a little bit of yellow tint to it. This is the first time I'm wearing a white shirt with it, because I've only had it probably about a week or two. The first couple days, if I had it with me, I would have reapplied, you know, let's just put it like that. But the last few days that I have been wearing it, I've either been outside all day, I've been working out, gone all day without reapplying, and it's, you know, getting towards the very end of the day when I'm like putting on my pajamas and getting ready for bed, I do notice that like I could reapply or whatever. I just don't because I'm going to bed. I've been able to go longer every time I wear it, I feel like, without needing to reapply. And I'm literally getting into the night at this point, I think. I mean, and nobody around me has told me that I stink, so great. I've been enjoying it. It's got this lavender scent. It's fine. It does smell a little, you know, more natural, no artificial fragrance or preservatives, so it's a little more natural smelling, but I hate lavender that much. I have just been wanting to try out something different from the other natural deodorants that I've used, and so far this is really good. I really like it. So I got this Sol de Janeiro Brazilian Foreplay Moisturizing Shower Gel Cream in my FabFitFun for summer, and I have been loving it. It just smells so damn good, and I literally, somebody rubbed up against me the other day and were like, what moisturizer do you use? And I was like, I don't even think I put moisturizer on today, but I did use this, and I was like, maybe it's this. I do feel hydrated. I just think the scent is really nice. I think it's nice and summery. It smells like the beach, like shea butter, you know, it just smells really nice. And I obviously, if I didn't even put moisturizer on and I feel very moisturized, it's probably this. Something else I received in my FabFitFun box was the Living Proof's Nourishing Styling Cream. Stops frizz and lightly conditions. So I would guess this is not a full-size bottle, more of a deluxe sample or just a smaller size. I was a little nervous about this only because adding a lot of creams to my hair usually weighs it down a lot and makes it look kind of greasy. I've used it a handful of times now and haven't had that problem. I used the Dry Bar Hot Toddy like cream, like a heat protectant cream as well. So I use about a dime size of this as well as the Hot Toddy, the Dry Bar Hot Toddy heat protectant cream, and doesn't weigh my hair down. It's shiny. I am very cautious about adding too much, so maybe that's the key. But I've really been liking it, and I think I'm going to keep it around because why not have a little less frizz going on in the summer? I need a haircut pretty bad, so I don't really judge my ends that much, but just the top, kind of where my roots are, where baby hairs would be along my bang line here. I'm not really judging my ends, only because I definitely need them cut, and it's just because they're damaged at this point. They need to just be chopped off. If you have more fine hair and you're worried about overloading your hair with products, I haven't had an issue with this, and literally the wind blows the wrong way and my hair gets greasy. So but I do put this in kind of roots to ends. I start kind of more on my roots and then feather whatever I have left in my hands up towards the roots. I just don't like to go too heavy with a cream on my roots, so this works really well. A few makeup products I have here. The e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer is something I picked up a few weeks ago. I've been using it pretty much, I think, almost every day this week, actually, but for a couple weeks. It just took forever for me to even get one because they were sold out on the e.l.f. website for months. I finally ordered one, and I really like it. I just put it mostly in my T-zone. I still use like an illuminating primer all over, and then I just T-zone with this, and I notice a huge difference in my pores, how they look. They just look nice and buffed out, and yeah, nothing bad to say about this. It hasn't caused me any sort of acne or any issues. It doesn't look too dry. It doesn't make my face look cakey. I love it. Two products I picked up together are the Urban Decay Stay Naked Weightless Liquid Foundation and the Stay Naked Correcting Concealer, both up to 24-hour wear. I picked these up maybe last week, but I have been using them almost every single day because I have been really, really impressed, and I also wanted to test it out and see if I really liked it. So the Correcting Concealer, it's not really a corrector, like it's not a certain color, it's just a concealer color, whatever color you would choose for yourself. They have tons of shades in both the foundation and the concealer. I picked up shade 60 NN and shade 50 WY. So basically you have a lot of like you have a master tone and then an undertone, so that's what the two letters are for. This, when I put it on, the foundation just seems so dark. It looked a lot lighter in Ulta when I was picking it out. The concealer is fine. It's definitely lighter than the foundation. I still think it's a little darker than I usually go for, but it looked so light in Ulta, and I was like, oh, looks great. Like, I did a little swatch on my hand and it was fine. I was worried because every Urban Decay foundation I've ever used oxidizes on me. I'm decently tan right now for myself, so I felt okay going with a little bit darker. Foundation. When I put it on, it just seems really, really dark, but I mean, even in the camera, like, I don't know if you can tell a huge difference. I can't really see a difference here, but I've been wearing it for the last couple days. I've been asking people if my face looks too dark, if my foundation undertone is too dark, if it's the wrong shade, and I haven't gotten anybody that said yes yet. So I'm thinking it just might be all in my head. I even did like a little swatch test on my shoulder. My neck is just a lot lighter, and I think that's where I see the biggest difference, is because I literally have to blend it down just a little bit. But my shoulders are much more tan, and my chest is more tan than my neck is. You can see it's almost a little red. But I did pick up basically a neutral shade, so 60 NN. The NN stands for neutral, so it's a neutral master tone and a neutral undertone. I did go a little more yellow toned with the concealer, only because I think that looks best on me. I think it brightens up a little bit, and I don't like to have like a pinker or orangey or undertone under my eye. It's just not what I like to do. So I don't know if you can see a difference here in the shades. I guess I could turn them more on. I have loved this so far. I have nothing bad to say. It says 24-hour wear. Maybe. I haven't worn it for 24 hours, so I couldn't tell you. I think it's definitely like a 12-hour wear. Like, if I put it on at, 8 in the morning and go until 8 at night, I'm still going to have foundation on my face. I literally fell asleep on the couch on a white pillow, a white, like, fabric pillow the other day, and there was no makeup on that white pillow. The side says that it is, I would say this is actually very true, flexible, breathable. I think it's very breathable, flexible. I think it just looks like it moves with your skin. It doesn't look cakey. It just looks like a very buffed out, airbrushed version of your own skin, or at least mine. Flexible, breathable, real skin, matte finish. If you use an illuminating primer under this, it will look illuminating. I'm oily, so it tends to look a little oily later, but it's not anything. I'm not a grease ball, you know. Medium buildable, definitely medium. I haven't tried to build it up to full coverage, only because I just don't like the look of that. I think a medium coverage is exactly what this is. I think you can still see a little hint of things, you know, any little, not blemishes, but discoloration or something. You can still see, it still looks like your skin. Does not transfer, minimizes the appearance of pores, stay true color, which hopefully that means, I would guess that means it doesn't oxidize. Because like I said, every Urban Decay foundation I've ever had turns pink on me. Waterproof, I haven't really tested that. Vegan formula, does not contain animal-derived ingredients or byproducts. The concealer, everything except it says corrects the look of imperfections. That's the only other thing it says besides buildable full coverage. So a little bit more of a full coverage concealer, I would say. The foundation is 1 ounce, which is pretty normal. And the concealer is 0.35 ounces. The foundation is $39 and the concealer is $29. This concealer so far has been a winner. I also use the Jouer concealer and the NARS Creamy Concealer, Radiant Creamy Concealer. So all 3 of those have been really, really nice. I do really enjoy this though. I picked up the Whitney Simmons and Tarte collaboration. It basically comes with a lipstick and it comes with a mini Maneater mascara. And then it comes with this face palette right here. Super cute. It's got little workout things all over it, like a stepper, a sports bra, weights, shoes, other weights, resistance stuff. It's a little more compact than I thought it was, which is nice. And it's got a huge mirror here. But I use this to get ready today. I use it on my eyes. It's a very neutral palette. I would say it's very easy for on the go. Nice neutral look. You've got a blush and a highlight in here. So you've got all your eyeshadow colors here and then your highlight and your blush. So I use the blush as well as some of the eyeshadows today. I've already been starting to kind of dig into them. You can see I've gotten it nice and dirty. I used all 3 of these matte shades today and this darker matte shade, and I used the highlight as my like highlight color on my eye. And then on the mirror, it says Shape Your Money Maker, which is really cute. But it's an eye and cheek palette. I like the blush. It's very much of like a rose colored blush, which is perfect. The highlight flex, it's a little cooler toned, I think. It's more of like a purpley, silvery, shimmery color. I'm not about that on my cheeks. I like something a little bit more warm or golden. But I did really like it on the eyes. I think it looked really pretty, and I'm really happy that Whitney partnered with Tarte for this because she's awesome, and Tarte makes some really good eyeshadows. So, good job, girl. Whitney's a fitness influencer on YouTube. She also is an ambassador for, or an athlete, I guess, for Gymshark, and the girl is hot fire flames. Okay, I'm going to talk about something a little personal. If you're a guy, you might want to leave. It's not for you. Ladies, I'm tired of tampons. Tired, sick, tired, over it. I've switched to using the Saalt menstrual cup. It's kind of a game changer, not gonna lie. I kind of wish I had found this, you know, a while ago because the environment. It's really interesting and you really get in tune with your body. There, I could go on and on about the dislikes of using tampons, but I think we all know them, so I'm not going to elaborate too much. But the cup has been very, very interesting. I have a love-hate relationship with it right now, but it's more of, it's on me. I do want to try, there's a Saalt Soft, so a little bit softer of a cup. I do want to try that one, but I do have the, I guess, medium or regular blue cup. There's a pink one and it's smaller. I don't really know what size I am. I'm just going by what they say. And what they say is the pink cup is for under 30, haven't had a child. Blue cup, is over 30 and or have had a child. I am over 30. I am childless. So I figured if I had a little bit maybe heavier time of the month, then I should get the regular size. I've only used it for 2 cycles now. The first cycle, it was more figuring out how to get it up there. The second cycle, I had a little bit more hard time making sure I got a correct suction so it didn't leak. Towards the end of my cycle, I felt like I figured it out more. But of course, you know, things aren't as crazy towards the end of your cycle. It's always there at the beginning that you really need the help. I'm not really going to go into detail about how you put it in, how you take it out, any of that. I'm just going to say that once I figure out how to really use it, which can take sometimes a couple cycles, I'm going to be very, very happy. I'm very happy now that I can say that for the last 2 cycles, I have not used a tampon at all. And I've just been very cautious. I try not to put myself in a situation where I'm going to be out somewhere where I would need to rinse it or take it out. You can leave this in for 12 hours, which is crazy. Get up in the morning, take it out from the night before, rinse it, wash it. Obviously, I don't want to be taking it out at Target, you know. You want to make sure you have a good seal earlier in the day if possible, or when you're at home or around a private sink, because you don't want to be taking that stuff out in public and then trying to, you know, doing it. You want the privacy. You don't want to be, it's gross. It's not, I'm not going to lie. It's a little gross. I would say I'd probably leave it at about 12 hours if I can. If I have to adjust, then it's coming back out. But if I don't, then I don't. I did also pick up the Saalt Cup Wash. It's 4 ounces. I think it was like $12 or something. I can't really remember. But it is specifically for that. So I was like, I'll pick it up. It says no harsh chemicals, no irritants, no parabens, just happiness. I would say if you're obviously going to pick up a different wash, just make sure it's unscented. No crazy chemicals you wouldn't then want. You know. I also do use a lubricant to make sure it gets up there nice and easy. Makes things way easier. There are lots of videos, lots of forums, lots of cups. This is the one that I did some research on and wanted to try. Now, having tried it for 2 cycles, I do want to try the soft to see if there is a difference. The soft is the same size as the pink one I was referring to earlier, the smaller size. So maybe that's my problem, is maybe my cup is too big. Maybe I'm not getting the right suction, and that's why I deal with leaks every now and then. User error, probably. If you haven't heard about a menstrual cup at all, I would definitely do some research, because I don't even want to tell you how many tampons you're going to use over your entire lifetime, but this is supposed to last 10 years, and that's nuts. That's crazy. I don't really want to keep that for 10 years. I think that's kind of gross, but you can. And the point of buying this is that for 10 years is that you don't buy one every year or 2 years or 3 years. So as soon as you find the right one, obviously keeping it is a much more green way of doing things. I just got sick and tired, and here I am with my cup. If you have any questions, ask. I mean, I've kind of gone through a lot of things at this point, still perfecting it, so I'm not an expert on it, but there are plenty of people who are. I first started watching Samantha Ravindal. She's done a couple videos on cups recently, and she's pretty blunt about it. She's pretty to the point, and I appreciated that. I don't need all these, like, you know, your body is a magical place. No, it's not. It's not, though. Dealing with a cup is not a magical process, I'll tell you that. And you'll get real familiar with your body. Very last product that I have is a Nest fragrance. It's a body mist. I didn't know they had that until I went to Ulta last week, and they had body mist and perfumes, and I was like, okay. So, I picked up the Ginger and Neroli body mist. Super cute little spray, and then it's got a little cap there, so super travel friendly. Drop it in a purse. But I love the Nest fragrances. Actually, you know what? I did know they did these, because I got a little rollerball sample at, not this one, but I got a little rollerball sample from Sephora. So I did know they did body fragrances, but I didn't know they had such a wide variety of scents or types of packaging for scents or anything like that. I was really happy to see this little guy. I love taking these along to travel, and I'm really glad it's not a rollerball. I don't know, rollerballs just, I don't love them. I love that it's got a little mister on it, and it smells very, very nice. Let me look up the notes really quick. So there is a larger body mist, and it's $38. This one is $20. This only got 3 stars, really? Really? Fragrance notes are natural ginger and spearmint oils, rosemary, Mediterranean neroli. Key ingredients, aloe vera. Free of parabens, sulfates, phthalates, mineral oils, synthetic colors, and formaldehyde. Okay. 100% cruelty-free, 100% vegetarian, 100% non-GMO, and 100% gluten-free. Good Lord. I forgot to mention one product. So this is the Pure Romance Coochie Cream. This is a conditioning shaving cream in the shade, in the scent Flirt. It says Truly Sexy on it. I don't know if that's part of the name of the scent, but it just says Flirt right across the top here. I do use this wherever I shave on my body, my legs, my underarms, my bikini line, everything. It is definitely a conditioning consistency, like a conditioner consistency. It's more of a cream. It says shaving, shave cream, but it's not that like foam shave cream that you would normally think of. And I definitely noticed a difference in any sort of razor burn or razor bumps, ingrown hairs, anything like that. I don't really notice any of that going on right now, and I think it's definitely because of this stuff. So I have a friend who is a Pure Romance distributor. I'm pretty sure you can do pureromance.com. Yep, it's on the back here, and you can pick it up. Alright guys, that is it for everything that I am loving currently. If you have any questions about any of these products, please let me know. Please don't forget to subscribe and like this video before you leave, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!